I'm not using any kind of field marshals if possible, because field marshals level ridiculously slowly. I just don't want to use them ever if I have a choice. So we have like, what, 17 tanks? Wait, we have enough tanks for everyone? Seriously? We're just making that many tanks? Yeah, those guys have all the tanks. Okay, I'm just going to cancel that. Should I? No, it just sounds silly. So what do we need? Okay, let's get those guys. If I select them all and just tell them to get some tanks, would they get tanks? No. Motorized support equipment. You know what? Just get some tanks. It's gonna take a while probably, but you can start there. Oh, okay. Yeah, Romania has some... I've seen Romania flip to fascist and communist like day, and then next day flip to... I think it became flip fascist and next day flip communist, or the other way around. They have some events, but I have no idea how they work and don't remember. Sometimes, like, I often like read the game files to see how things work, to get like precise, yeah, France is gonna fall. But in case of Romania, I don't even know which files they're in. Yeah, so they need motorized and support. Where's the motorized? 100 days. Okay, that's actually not that long. 170 days. Support is the biggest problem right now. Yeah, let's just make sure more support is coming. Where is support? Yeah, let's get another line. 5 more factories. To be honest, like, you probably don't need that. It's just going to take a while to get them to a high efficiency. By the way, like, one thing I was really interested in is, does it make any difference if I add factories to existing line or I create a new line? Because the interface doesn't tell you, but apparently it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Every factory is actually tracked separately, so like this line doesn't mean like any kind of average of that, it's just tracked separately, so there's no difference between having like 15 lines of one and one line of 15. It just works the same. Okay, I should have a few more. Recon? Yeah, it's just not that great. But the last one is really good. 10% soft attack and 10% higher attack, so that's happening probably not too far away. Yeah, medium tanks, 40 days and we have enough medium tanks for our entire army. Not sure I should deploy those guys at all. Well, yeah, let's deploy those guys. And do I have spare? No, I don't have spare infantry equipment. Because I kind of want to get some cavalry produced. Or maybe make this cavalry like bigger or small, I don't know. I'm probably going to need a lot of cavalry to occupy this like efficiently, so let's just get those guys. Let's get into like 70, 80. Oh, sorry, I don't have any kind of manpower. Yeah, that was just completely pointless. Yes, we don't have manpower, so we're trying to get to military youth. Which is going to flip as fascist, which is completely... oh! What is this? Another Panzer divisions. That's just lovely. Okay, let's just put them in Warsaw, and let's put you also guys in Warsaw. And then I can distribute you to places. Yes, entire fleet. I had 5 ships, and then one of them got sunk by Soviets, and I didn't even get notification. I got like 2 bubbles, but they said 0 losses, and then I got no bubble, and somehow I got the loss. No idea how it works. Right. Yep, Yugoslavia capitulated as expected. So first, those guys capitulated, Bulgaria, and... okay. Oh yeah, I should get that. That's 5% Soviet attack, and my entire infantry is Mountaineers, so that's exactly what we're doing. So by the way, never use plain infantry, just use mountaineers or marines, that's just two legitimate strategies. I could really help the allies now. Okay, how's the tanks? The tanks are actually going quite well. Oh yeah, speed 5, why not? I don't expect anything bad to happen. Yes, that happens. Navies get wrecked by UK, that happens a lot. By the way, the key to navies is to never get anywhere near this. Build only light cruisers. And invade something like Trondheim to Scapa Flow or something crazy like that, or maybe even Scottish Highlands. Just, or maybe even Iceland, and from Iceland to Ireland, basically just around, because like UK is obsessed about this one sphere, and that's where they keep most of their navies. Like if you just try to get around, you have a pretty high chance of not actually encountering them. Yeah, Belgium is done. I might quit the allies. I'll think about it. Actually, let's quit the allies. I don't like allies. I don't like you anymore. I can see what kind of massive losers you are. And I'll probably flip fascists at some point. Okay, I'm done with allies. Change my mind, leave faction. Yep. Atomic research, that's good. At some point we'll probably go for nukes, depending on how long it's gonna take. Logistics company 2, that's actually quite nice if you're fighting not in Europe. In Europe it actually doesn't do all that much. Let's get some bonuses, why not? Production tanks, yeah, let's get other lines of tanks. Just queue that stuff. Don't need that right away, at some point I will. Let's get more of this, probably fine. Okay, exile them. Military access, no. What actually happened to the troops? They get exiled? Did they... I have no idea actually what happens if you just leave a faction. Did they massacre those troops? Or, like, did they get teleported? They didn't attack this way, and I don't see them anywhere, so... No idea where the troops are. Okay, right, and now Vichy France, yeah, so... Allies just lost Poland. Yeah, France is gone. And Axis is really big now. Oh, and... when did that happen? So Italy annexed Albania, and I don't get notification from that. So, as long as Romania is not stays neutral, it's gonna be fine. Because if they join the Allies, they're going to get overrun right away. So that's even not, that wouldn't be that great. Yeah, at some point I would like some kind of an air force, but yeah, can't be bothered at the moment. I don't think I care about that stuff. Let's get second logistics company. That's gonna be just nice. Okay, I have 500 spare medium tanks. Okay, we can just keep upgrading. You guys, actually not that important. Ah, well. And yeah, go for it. So the biggest problem is lack of support equipment. So we have medium tanks here. Yeah, so this is the template I'm trying. I never actually tried this exact template. Oh, by the way, this recon company is probably gonna be replaced by rocket artillery at some point. I'm not even sure. I thought I had more bonuses for my land doctrine, apparently not. Oh well. That's okay. Yeah, they don't like me. Minus 100. Faction traitor, world tension minus 581. Annexing Soviet Union is a massive crime, apparently, in their eyes. Okay, so go right and military use for delicious 2%. No, I don't think. I think they're still neutral. Yeah, they don't lie. Yugoslavia had some because Yugoslavia had national focus. They had a focus to declare get those claims. So they get claims on Central Macedonia and probably something else as well. So Yugoslavia attacked them while already at war with the entire Axis, so everybody can be stupid, thanks to them an amazing mod. That's actually more Germans than expected. I'm kind of wondering why they're standing on my border. And 300 divisions, okay. Yeah, medium tanks are produced right nice. Oh, motorized. Finally, we have enough motorized, so probably should tone it down a bit. Okay. So, unfortunately, unless we go fascist, we can't change our laws before the war starts. Decryptions and encryptions are quite fast, so the bonus is kind of specific what exactly it does, but it's really quick to do, so more tungsten. No, that's done. I think I'm just going to start building some dockyards. I might defeat at some point. Okay, let's get ship designer. No, it's just research time, it's not good enough. Aircraft, yes, so we're going to go with heavy fighters at some point. Yeah, medium aircraft designer, that's good. So I can't get a lot more divisions than that, what I have already. 300 more tanks, so let's get you into tanks. Oh yeah, you should actually plan some attack. We're building factories very quickly. 150 factories, because we keep building military factories, nothing else. So actually they have more factories, but because they're in France, they'll probably start getting wrecked by resistance. You can see 75% resistance, because they never care about resistance. And that makes sense, because resistance is a massive, massive pain to micromanage. Okay, I never care about my mechanized. I think mechanized just takes so many supplies, it's not worth it, generally. I mean, there are probably some exceptions, but I just don't like it, because it just takes so many supplies. That I think is broken, doesn't do anything. That's not strong enough. So let's take a look. Rocket artillery is actually quite nice, because then you can just have second artillery in your divisions. And yeah, you could start getting ships, or we could start working on heavy fighters. I like heavy fighters, they have much nicer range. Also, by the way, if you want to justify war goals, because they have Danzig, it's just gonna take us 10 days, so that's almost no time. So how many more tanks do we need? We need 3,000 tanks. Oh, Iran declared on Afghanistan. Actually, this is problematic, because if one of them joins, allies and joins Axis, we have another front line. And I'd prefer if they stay neutral. But I guess everybody's starting a war now. Let's take a look. I have way too much artillery. I don't think I'm gonna need that much more artillery than what I have now. And I'm producing them very quickly, so I should probably reduce it slightly. Just 30, yeah, it's fine. I'm just waiting for those guys to come. Just make sure you don't automatically make too many. Okay, we have that, that's just nice bonus. Let's just make sure that we have to do it at some point. No rush, but it has to happen at some point. And for speed 5 it's just going quite slowly, all this training. Yeah, support equipment seems to be like the biggest lacking thing. It's kinda shame that I can just buy some. Let's say, okay, I have too much of artillery and I just need support equipment. Can I trade with you, Britain or someone? Wouldn't that be nice? Even if just your faction. Just so much micro would be saved this way. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, those guys, you get tanks now? Yeah, Italy's already has bonds with Germany. Okay, and now plus 2%. And I'm actually go fascist. I have something like 35% fascist support. Oh, I guess I could now take Mongolia and Tanutuva. How long is it gonna take? Probably too long. 160 days, that's crazy. 160 days, okay. Which one of those bastards is a major? Tanutuva, okay, so if we declare... Actually, it doesn't really matter. Okay, 160 days, that's fine. Did I actually have a claim on Mongolia? I think that my original claim against the Soviets was on Mongolia, just to maybe confuse them a bit as to where should they put the armies. Oh, by the way, like a quick recap how I defeated the Soviet Union. I fabricated Mongolia. I don't think it actually mattered all that much. So half the Soviet army was on the Japanese border instead of my border. So I was just facing half the Soviet army, and I could just get up to Kiev before they got the other half. It wasn't like the most important thing, but it was just a small thing that helped a bit. Okay, so let's actually get that. It's 11 factories plus 7 factories. And because they're in Comintern, they can't get guarantee spam by anyone. I could go like against Iran, but then they could join one of the factions and that would be just kinda sad. Okay, I'm just gonna get those guys from this border and get them to Mongolian border. Can I do that? No. So you can just have a line against a country and the puppets, but you can't make a line against country and the other faction members. Even if they're in the same faction, at least if they're in the same faction, that should be possible. Okay, just go there. There's really no reason not to. And then they will stand on the Japanese border and just protect it, I guess. Japan did not join Axis yet, so might take a while. Japan seems like one of those fairly reluctant members. Wait, I think I'm importing too much. I wish this just automatically adjusted because it's just such nonsense that you have to do it manually. And of course nobody makes any rubber, other than just a small number of countries. Yeah, Germans have a lot of troops on my border. Can't really do anything about this right now. Okay, that's 41, so let's increase production. That's massively missing. Cancel an aggression pact. Oops! That's potentially annoying. I don't think they have any CB on us. And they won't because... Do they have CB on us? I don't think so. Is Japan going to attack me? That would be just embarrassing. I don't think they have a CB, but then again, like, I'm not totally sure. Alright, let's just get the rest of this. Higher production is the most important thing. We have more tanks, so let's give them more tanks. Enough tanks for everyone? Not even close. I'll just give some of those guys tanks. Still a massive shortage. Well, that's just 2 weeks worth of shortage. Then we can even start making planes. Oh yes, planes. It was air experience. Actually I have a lot of air experience somehow. Oh, we did not invent any planes yet. Okay. Iran declare on Iraq. Okay, that's just fine. As long as this is a separate war and does not become part of the major war, that's totally fine. The problem is if Allies or the Axis gets here, because it doesn't matter which one even. The armies of the other side are going to just join there. Just a matter of time. Okay, that's all those delicious guys. Let's give them an army. Let's give you guys proper tanks. I don't have that many tanks. No, actually do. I do. So one of you guys goes here. The rest gets a general of some kind and goes on this border. I think I should have built support equipment first, because then I could exercise with no losses. Right now I just can't. If I start exercising, I start losing equipment, so that's just a horrible, horrible circle of doom. Actually, you have full equipment. Okay, you should exercise. Those guys seem to have full equipment or close to it. Those guys, probably something close to full equipment. It's fine. I'm going to wait because I'm going to change the template, so they're going to lose a lot of experience I'm giving them. Okay, police doesn't exercise obviously because they don't have any. Police doesn't have any maintenance companies. Good, so now we have 2% extra. And let's get the land doctrine. The last doctrine is maybe a bit faster, because that's plus 10% sudden heart attack. Yeah, so as you can see, because we have maintenance companies, chance of equipment loss is 0% all across the board. So we can exercise for free. Maintenance companies are a bit overpowered, but that's just fine. Well, probably not really overpowered. Just very nice. So we're still non-aligned. We're probably going to flip. Oh, okay, that's exactly what I wanted. So now, I want you to go here, but not all of you. Let's take like half of you. Just put you here. Oh. It's 10 divisions, yeah, that's fine. Can somebody remind me I'm training those guys? Oh yes, because thanks to maintenance companies, all the training is free, so I can do it. Okay, let's just get that. Probably too many. I'll just have some losses, even if not like massive losses. No, still need a lot of tanks. Oh, and now I have 3 military factories. That's how well it's going. I'm just going to build some transport planes. I don't need many, just in case I decide. There's a small chance I'm going to decide to... Yeah, one is fine. Use paratroopers. And the same with strategic bombers. It's important to have some, even if you don't have many. So let's take a look. We need support equipment and medium tanks, and infantry equipment for some reason. I should probably start switching to dockyards at this point. Okay, support equipment, yeah, go for it. Infantry equipment, I think this is enough. So, let's train some of those guys. That should be just enough, and all of you should come... let's put you here. Some central place that's not hopefully going to eat any delicious supplies. Okay, that's close. So this is not like a big front line. I'm not even 100% sure Finland is going to join anyone. They might, but I'm also not. Okay, so what time are we attacking them, bastards? June. That should be fine. Everybody's here. Okay, what's up? Fine, I need to just adjust this every now and then. And CM is fine. Some kind of war is going to start quite soon. Alright, that's good. Now we can get the I won't build any of the early ones, there's just no point, I'm just gonna go straight for those, but let's first check that we don't have anything more important. That's quite important actually. And no, there's nothing here. Nothing here. Yeah, next level of tanks, that's actually super relevant, so let's just do that. Okay, that's a bit too many. Don't really want to give you a field marshal, but well, sure. It's like not a very important front. It's just a backup front, so we can get one. And one of you is just too many, so I'm just gonna get one of you and assign you here. Why Japan doesn't like me? Strategic reason to be hostile to Poland. Do they have any claims on anything? Like North Sakhalin or something? Anybody has any idea why Japan doesn't like me? Foreign claims. No, this is just... Oh, Japan has claim on this. Okay, I had no idea. Alright. Okay, let's just call it Asia. Yeah, it's Soviets just fight so poorly, it's just ridiculous. I want to make planes, but not those. I want to make next level of planes. This level is just crap. There's no reason to make early planes, just kind of pointless. Okay, so let's just make some tanks. At some point we could actually have more tanky brigades, like actual tank brigades, because right now what we have is not really tank brigades, it's infantry with some tanks for support, which is actually a very good build. Oh, Spain! Oh my god, this is like the strongest Axis I've seen. I mean, not except the ones where actually was in the Axis. And the allies after the Poland left are really, really poor. So yeah, Axis is probably going to attack Denmark and Norway. Befriend Turkey. Oh my god, if Turkey joins the Axis, that's another front. That's pretty bad. I thought they would just attack Denmark and Norway. Let's take a look. No, there's no CBs I can see. Okay, ship design I don't really care that much. Armor expert, that sounds just lovely. Fall of Gibraltar, yeah, like this is very strong Axis, and we're going to crush them all with no help from anybody. Yeah, everybody trains. Oh, you're not training. Oh, because they didn't make you into tanks. Tanks, no, that's just not enough tanks. Why are tanks so fast? Wait, what? What did I click on that? I don't remember doing that. Oh, because I don't actually have Danzig. By taking over Soviet Union, that's very easy. Division training time 10%. I guess that's not horrible. That's mildly good. Okay, I'm just gonna take this. It's not amazing, but it's okay. It's very simple. You just attack Soviet Union. So you just give Germans Danzig, so they leave you alone, and you attack Soviet Union. Like the reason Poland is in such a weak position is because they attack from both sides. But if you give Germans Danzig, they leave you alone. They don't care about anything else. They just want Danzig. So for a while they will have Danzig, but I'm just gonna give it back. The problem is that now I have to be worried from every side. Finland is half fascist. They're going to flip fascist, join the Axis probably. Romania, I have no idea, but they might join the Axis. They have a focus to befriend Turkey right now, so Turkey might join the Axis. Iran is at war with Afghanistan and Iraq, so one of them could join the Allies, then the rest joins the Axis, and I have an Axis here. Japan might join the Axis, so I might have Axis everywhere. And I can fight Germans alone, but I can't find everyone. That's just not realistic.